Hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes College Football Week 9 Best Bets, Locks, and Predictions. I, of course, am the Brofict one, AJ. And joining me, as always, is the man with the numbers, sportsbook whisperer, college basketball guru, daddy of the diamond. All hail the king of the links, owner of one of the worst teams in the NFL, the Green Bay Packers, Mr. Noah Engelbretson, the money train. How you doing, Bob?
Well, come on. I won't stand for that.
Hey, cover a goddamn spread, and then I'll take away the nickname, all right? Tell your boys to cover a goddamn spread. Because they're starting to look like the Ravens out there not covering, and it's disgusting, Noah. They can't even win a game. God damn.
Okay.
But hey.
Okay.
But enough. I'm sorry.
Wait for Sunday. Just wait for Sunday.
I'll wait for Sunday. And I'm sorry, no, I'm just heated because I had a really good weekend, not only in college football. Not really good. I went 5-4, so a little bit above 500. I'll take that. That's great. And then the NFL absolutely dominated, went 11-6 there. So Noah, I'm feeling good. I feel like I've officially seen the books for the way it is, and I figured it out. I just have to drink like someone who's going through a 35-year-old midlife crisis. First, I did the wine last week. I've upgraded to bourbon this week, and so we're going to keep it moving and, just keep taking the books for all their money, bro. I'm ready. Are you ready to roll?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Hell yes, Noah. Let's jump in, bro. We got Thursday night football in college, and I would like to shout out October 27th, because starting October 27th, we will not have a day without football until, I believe, the end of November, with college, NFL, and everything. It's going to be beautiful.
You're telling me we got Tuesday and Wednesday night football?
Noah, I'm telling you we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and guess what, Noah? Sunday football, college, NFL, anything you could ever ask for. So, sports books, look out. The Degens are here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss a single bet, all right? We're about to go off. I'm feeling it. Noah's feeling it. We had a good weekend last weekend. Noah, let's get into it. Thursday night football. We've got Utah going to Washington State. Go Cougs. Washington State, though, 7.5-point dogs at home. Total at 55.5. Noah, this is not the Utah team I think either of you or I were really expecting this season. And hey, and I think I was expecting a lot more out of Utah. I'm sorry. I just was. And I think Washington State is also proving that they are not the pushover that I thought they were. 56% of the bets, 89% of the money, all over the Cougs.
You're telling me 80. You're telling AJ, I was fully prepared to come in here and take Utah to cover the spread regardless, but you're telling me 89% of the money's on Washington State?
Oh, yeah, no, big public favorite. Huge public favorite.
Okay, I liked Utah before. I love Utah now.
Yes.
Give me the Utes and a no-brainer to cover a touchdown in this game. And I'm going under 55.5. I think the Utah defense comes up big in this one. Stifles the Washington State offense in Pullman. And yeah, I like a good little like a little 35-10 type of game here.
Okay, low scoring. I see why you picked the under. No, I'm all over Utah, too. The public, it does not do right. The public doesn't know what they're talking about. Give me Utah minus the 7. I'm going to stay away from this total, though, because honestly, I was thinking a typical Pac-12 shootout, 30-44 game or something like that, but you bring up some good points, so I'm just going to stay away from it. Does your decision change if I tell you 72% of the money is on the under?
Nah.
All right, mine does. Give me a full fade of the public here. Give me Utah minus the 7 and give me over 55.5, Noah.
AJ, you should know that where the money is does not dictate what I am betting on. It just dictates how much I like my bets.
Fair enough, Noah.
It doesn't usually sway my decision. It's just,
Well, that one sways mine. So let's keep it moving, Noah, because we got a beautiful slate starting on Saturday. Opening it up, Ohio State going to Penn State. Ohio State 15.5-point favorites on the road to Penn State Nittany Lions. I mean, public's all over it as well. 70% of the bets, 57% of the money. A percentage does believe that Penn State can pull it off. 61.5 is the total. Noah, what are you thinking about this?
I got to take Penn State plus 15 and a half at home. I mean, the game's in Happy Valley. Like, this should have been their whiteout game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they happen to be on Fox, and Fox is like, oh, big noon Saturday. We're going to throw the best games at noon Eastern time. So people really are going to be all excited to get up and watch these really good games. I think the animosity towards Fox for this is completely valid.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Like put this on the afternoon or the early evening slate. Like,
yes.
Come on. This is Ohio State, Penn State. College game day should be here. It ain't.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sorry, Noah, but I'm going to do it, but they expect me to go out Friday night, enjoy my time, and then wake my ass up to make sure I catch this game. I mean, I'll do it, and I'm going to watch it, but it's bullshit. It's kind of like noon kickoffs for college games in general. They just shouldn't exist. Everything should happen at least at 1 or after.
Well, you got to have the games being played throughout the day and everything, but like, don't put an Ohio State. Penn State
don't put Ohio State
on
Penn
there.
there.
Whatever. Either way, games in Happy Valley. I wish this was a night game and the whiteout game for Penn State. Unfortunately, it wasn't. The Gophers had to bear bear that one.
Sky-U-Ma, row the boat.
Yeah, I'm taking Penn State just because the spread's 15.5. If this was like a 9.5 point spread, I'd be thinking twice about it. But I think Penn State can. The fact that the spread's over 14, I think Penn State can keep the game close enough to do that. And I think in order to do that, they're going to have to keep the game low scoring and play tough defense like they have the past few weeks. Actually, kind of all season, barring the Michigan game. So I'm taking the under 61.5 paired with Penn State to cover.
I'm staying away from. Sorry, go ahead.
I think if this game goes over, I don't think Penn State covers.
Yeah, and that's okay. Yeah. No, you're 100% right. No, I love this Penn State team. I love this Penn State team. I've been singing their praises all season. I'm saying they're back. They're on their way back. They're moving in the right direction. Unfortunately, they're running into an Ohio State team with a C.J. Stroud that's trying to make a run at this Heisman Trophy. I think this is one of Ohio State's signature wins this season. Give me Ohio State minus the 15.5. Again, I love this Penn State team. Love them. I've been taking them all season, but at some point, eye test, and Ohio State is just the better team. I do think they will not only win, but I do think this will be about a 50-30 game. Maybe nope, they wouldn't cover that. A 50 to they would cover 50-30. I'm freaking. Yeah. My brain is fried from work. Again, like, share, subscribe so I can quit my day job. Yeah, give me Ohio State minus the 15.5 all day long. C.J. Stroud may win the Heisman. I'm not banking on that yet, though. I still got to see a lot. Noah. I'm looking for the next game. I just had it. There we go. Noah, this game boggles my mind, I think, more than any of the games on this slate. We're going OK State to Kansas State. I do want to mention this game opened up. OK State, a 1-point favorite going on the road to Kansas. But now, hey, the tides have changed as K-State is now a 1.5-point home favorite. Total at 56.5. Noah, we got 77% of the bets and 59% of the money on OK State plus the 1.5.
Rightfully so.
And Noah, I have looked at this game every which way possible. Noah, I even did a handstand and tried to handicap this game so I could get a full brain perspective on this one and not use 10%, but use 11, brother. And I'm still on OK State plus the 1.5. I'm sorry, they're going to give me points. I mean, the money line, you're giving me even odds on the money line. Go ahead, give me the money line too. OK State in a rout.
Yeah, I don't know so much about a route, but yeah, Oklahoma State money line. I'm not thinking twice about that one.
No.
They are the better team. I get there on the road at Kansas State, but they're the better team. And give me over 56. Ooh. I feel like this is a really low total for a Big 12 game.
It does feel low. I will say it does feel low. Where's this game? I'm trying to find our next game, Noah, and my computer is being a bitch. There we go. Next game, moving on. Cincinnati going to UCF. This is where it's important to shop the books, all right? Because depending on your book, you might have UCF as a 1-point favorite. I mean, a 1-point dog. You might have it at a pick'em. You might have Cincinnati at a 1-point dog. A 1-point favorite. Shit's crazy. This line makes no sense to me whatsoever. The bets are split 50-50, but you got 89% of the money on UCF. Totals at 55.5. Noah, I feel like I'm thinking too hard. I feel the steam coming out of my head thinking too hard about this game. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to go with my gut. Cincinnati, money line. I'm not messing around with any points in this. There is no point with how close the money line to the odds on the... Yeah, give me the money line. I think they win this game.
This game's a true pick'em. It is a true pick'em. I think in every sense of the pick'em, where the line is at, where these teams, match up against each other. This game could go either way. Makes it a tough one to pick. In a situation like this, I'm always going to go with the home team, so I'm taking UCF money line.
I get it.
But I do think this is as close to like a true pick'em game as you can find.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the first true pick'em game I think of the season, and it's
first one we've covered at least.
Yes, yeah, it's going to be a hell of a game. I can't wait to sit down. What do you think? 3-4 beers back? 5 beers?
Yeah, I don't know. And you know what happens in a true pick'em game usually?
What?
One team's going to blow the other team out. The line is even. The line is a pick'em, and somebody's probably winning this game by 20 points.
So if you can find an alternate line on one of the teams, take it. You might hit big.
That's my advice right there. Take both teams minus 13.5 and just sit back and enjoy your winnings.
Yes, sir. Noah, I love that you put this game on our slate because I love this. I love this game. I love this matchup. I love the numbers. Kentucky going to Tennessee. Volunteers 12.5-point favorites at home. 63.5 is the total. The bets and the money pretty split. That's a big spread. That's a big spread. I mean, even as good. Sorry,
Kentucky's not a joke.
No,
Kentucky's not a joke.
I'm not laughing. Are you?
Mm-mm.
No, exactly. It's not like we're talking about the Lions or the Packers. But when I'm looking at this game,
do you want to talk about the fucking Bears? Do you want to talk about the Bears
and how we beat Belichick? Cubs, yes, absolutely. And how the Cardinals won their last game? Absolutely. Yeah, fuck off, Noah. College football, Kentucky. Should I go on? I can't look at Kentucky though and think they are going to keep this game within 2 touchdowns. Not with what I've seen with Tennessee's offense, not with what I've seen with Tennessee's defense. I mean, I think this Kentucky team is good, not great. Give me Tennessee minus the 12.5. This is especially where Tennessee proves they are not only a good team and win the game outright, but they are a great team and they cover the spread.
I'm on Kentucky plus 12.5.
Why? Why would you do that?
Because I'm not sold on Tennessee's defense whatsoever. And Kentucky's got a Heisman candidate quarterback.
So does Tennessee. Probably the favorite, actually.
Nah?
No,
I don't even know if he's top 3.
All right, keep it moving.
Borderline top 3. Anyway, leave us at Kentucky. Absolute stud of a quarterback. Kentucky's offense really good. Yeah, they had 2 bad losses on the season that they probably shouldn't have lost. Actually, they're not even that bad. They lost to Ole Miss and South Carolina, who's now ranked. But I'll call the South Carolina a bad one. I won't call the Ole Miss game a bad loss. Kentucky's still a very good team. I think they catch Tennessee sleeping a little bit on the defensive side of things. Tennessee's offense is probably the best offense in the country. But their defense is a little suspect. I'm not going to shy away from calling their defense a little suspect. Their offense has just been able to completely overpower everybody. But I think Kentucky keeps up with the scoring, which is why even more than the Kentucky plus 12.5, I really, really, really love over 63.5.
Yeah.
I'm slamming that.
Yeah, give me the... No, I'm with you there, Noah. Give me the over as well. And just for the record, Hendon Hooker is now plus 200 or odds second. Second odds-on favorite to win the Heisman behind C.J. Stroud at minus 110.
Well, Bryce Young's going to win it, so it's not going to matter.
Yeah,
but
I fucking know. Noah,
I'm just very, very quick tangent on Bryce Young there. Just watching the play, even that Tennessee-Alabama game. Hendon Hooker, great game. What's that one Tennessee receiver? God, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He completely went off. But even in watching that Alabama-Tennessee game, Bryce Young looked by far the best player on the team.
yes, absolutely.
And
Not as good as Hendon Hooker.
no, Bryce Young looked better. Hendon Hooker had receivers that were so fucking open that he couldn't have missed them unless he like tried.
Or it was Tom Brady this weekend.
But yeah, Bryce Young gonna win the Heisman because he's that fucking guy. He's gonna go back to back, and then he's gonna be the number 1 overall pick in the draft. So
So we'll go to Carolina.
I'm not saying Bama's gonna win the championship. I'm just saying Bryce Young will win back-to-back Heismans. Take him now. This is the best you're gonna get him all season.
Yeah, most definitely, if you do believe Noah's rhetoric there. Let's move it on, Noah. You got Michigan State going to Big Brother Michigan. Michigan opened up at 8.5-point favorites, now 21.5-point favorites, Noah. And this is where I don't get the line movement because 73%
This
of...
opened 8.5.
Yeah, this opened at 8.5, bro. And
How?
That's what the sports books put it at.
Well, God, shit. I wish I was paying attention to that. I would have taken Michigan minus 8.5 any day of the week.
Yeah, no, seriously. Now we're stuck here with this shit number at 21.5. 73%.
I'm seeing 22.5.
Again, shop around. Shop around, especially for lines like this, because that point might make the difference. But yeah, that's why 73% of the bets and 97% of the money is all over Michigan State to cover. And
90 how much percent?
97, Noah. Like a grade I've never received in college.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Give me Michigan minus the points. That's the only play. I believe me, Noah. And we have talked about it on this show at nauseum about how much I hate this Michigan team, how much I think they've taken a step back, how much I think they don't deserve to be in the top 10, and I still don't think they deserve to be in the top 10. I want to make that very clear. But as much as Michigan may have taken a step back, Michigan State is not looking anywhere near the team that they were last year. I think this is definitely a case where Michigan blows out Michigan State and takes a bad loss to Ohio State later in the season. Give me Harbaugh and his khakis at home, minus the 21.5, and Michigan State crying at night.
Well,
I would like to add, I do not like that pick, but I am picking it.
Harbaugh just got his first win against Ohio State last year. Harbaugh has not beat Mel Tucker. Yeah, those are words that are truth. Harbaugh has not beat Mel Tucker.
Is that really true?
Yep.
Huh.
So I don't know who really is big brother versus little brother here. Yeah, because Michigan's only lost last year, right, to Michigan State.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Did not play the year before because COVID season or whatever, the weird COVID season. And then Michigan State beat him the year before that. So Mel Tucker, a solid 2-0 against Jim Harbaugh. I'm not saying Michigan State's going to win. Don't put words into my mouth. I am not saying that. Somebody's probably going to clip that and say, Michigan State is going to win.
No, we're not big enough yet
I'm
for
not
someone to
saying-
clip us. Come on.
True. But come on, 22.5 in East Lansing. Harbaugh still has demons in his closet. He just beat his demons once out of 8 years. I think he's still got a losing record against Michigan State, or an even record. It's either even or losing in his tenure at Michigan. He's like 1-8 against Ohio State. These are the games that Jim Harbaugh has lost. We'll find out if he's finally over the hump. It's going to be absolutely bonkers if Michigan State wins. That is going to be the field storming of the century.
Yeah.
Maybe not that extent, but it's going to be a crazy field storming if Michigan State has 22.5 point underdogs, 21 at some books, wins, storms the field. But I am taking Michigan State to cover in this game.
Nah, Michigan in an absolute rout. Quick thing on the storming the field. If my memory serves me correctly, Clemson stormed the field last week, didn't they?
Did they?
I believe they did after their win.
I wasn't watching that game, so.
Oh, I believe they did. And again, I just want to reiterate this show's stance on top 5 teams storming anything. You don't do it if you're facing someone who you should beat outright. You just don't do it.
Well, you can go down the whole list over the past few years, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's happened, but I'm just saying, don't do it.
And I would even argue, now I do give some leeway. I'm not going to completely shit on it, but Tennessee beating Alabama when they were ranked number 6 and Alabama was ranked number 3.
Yes, different. That's different.
I would say have some class, in my opinion. I would say Tennessee, have some class, don't storm the field. I get it, you haven't beat Alabama in 15 years. But look the damn part. Like my whole thing, I always go back to Arizona basketball. We haven't stormed the court in a basketball game in decades because, you know what? A, we're favored in almost every game.
Yeah.
And B, we realize we're a good enough program. My favorite was in the last 5 years. Last year, and then one of the years we were in school, AJ, we split games with UCLA. Actually, nope, the year I'm thinking of when we were in school, we won there and they won.
Yeah, I was about to say.
McHale, so that doesn't count. But last year, they stormed the court when they beat us. And then we beat them later in the season when the roles and rankings were essentially flipped. We didn't storm the court. You know why? Because we were the better fucking team and we know it and we have class. And Tennessee, I get it. You haven't beat Bama in 15 years, so I'll give them a slight pass on that one. But, know your fucking place. I've seen it too many times. Iowa State's notorious.
Oh, my God. They will storm the field just because some corn got thrown on the goddamn field.
Well, Iowa State, not to drag Iowa State randomly out of the blue, but they're the one that jumps to mind because they have done it in both basketball and football where they have been a 3 or a 4 point favorite. And just because you're playing a team that's ranked higher than you, if you're favored by 3 or 4 points, don't fucking storm the field.
No.
You were expected to win that game.
Yes.
Was Clemson a favorite against Syracuse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Syracuse is like an 8-point dog.
Yeah, and I would think Clemson fans would know better because of how successfully, how much success they've had over the past decade and how good they've been. But apparently not. And, you look at some of these other teams like Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, their fan bases never storm the field because, you know what, they're always the favorite. And even if they aren't the favorite, if they're a 3-point underdog, say Ohio State's playing Michigan, and for some reason Michigan's a 2 or 3 point favorite. Ohio State's not rushing the field after winning that game.
No, because it's routine.
That.
They should be doing this. This is
They're
how this
Ohio
works.
State. Yeah, if Bama's a 3-point dog to LSU or Auburn or something, they win the game. They're not storming the field.
No,
they're not storming the field.
No.
Because it's fucking Bama. It's fucking Bama. You expect to win. You go into every single game, especially home games, expecting to win. You don't storm the field. It's a class thing. You only get it if you've had a truly good program. Arizona basketball, like I cited, is that way.
Yes.
Football, we beat even a team ranked like number 22 in the country right now.
We're storming that motherfucker.
Well, I think we stormed the field against Cal beating a shitty Cal team at homecoming last year. But also, when you're so depraved of wins that you haven't won in almost 2 years, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I think Kansas did the same thing after beating an FBS team last year.
That's
So
right. Yeah, that was the first win in like 25 years, so give them a fucking break.
Yeah, they hadn't won a game in 2.5 years, and they beat an FBS team. So,
Shout out.
again, I still don't fully condone it, but I understand that a little bit more.
Again, Rock Chalk Jayhawks.
They're doing all right.
Yeah, they're not doing bad. They're not doing bad. All right, Noah, let's get her done. Let's wrap it up. Last game of the slate that we are covering. You got Pitt going to North Carolina. North Carolina 3-point favorites at home. 64.5 is the total public split on this. Noah, give me your thoughts. What do you think?
I think it's funny. This is a Pitt team who's sitting at 4-3 right now. A lot of people picked them to win the ACC this year, and they look bad from the get-go from the first game of the season against West Virginia.
Oh yeah.
I don't get why North Carolina is not ranked higher.
I don't either. I can't make any heads or tails of it.
If I'm not mistaken, they were in the rankings at the beginning of the season.
Yep.
They had a really close call against App State, who, fairly enough, doesn't look all that great anymore.
Not at all.
They almost beat North Carolina, and then they beat Texas A&M, and then they're struggling in the Sun Belt.
Yes.
But maybe that's a testament to how strong the Sun Belt is. I don't know. I'm going to take that narrative. Anyways, then North Carolina goes after barely beating App State. They lose to Notre Dame, who at the time that was like, oh, that's a respectable loss. Now it's like, no, not really. They are 6-1.
Yes.
They have looked good in their last couple of games. They just got back into the rankings. And I think this North Carolina team's being slept on. I mean, they have a very old team with good chemistry that's been playing together for a while. Here's my hot take. I think Notre Dame. Notre Dame's not even in the ACC. I didn't finish my thought, but I think North Carolina could cause waves in the ACC. I think they can contest with Wake Forest and Clemson and possibly Syracuse to possibly have a slim outside chance at winning this conference.
Yes.
And,
yes.
I haven't looked at what the rest of their schedule looks like. I should probably pull that up here.
But so are you taking them?
Yeah, I'm taking North Carolina at home minus 3 points. Pitt hasn't looked that good. I'm slamming the over 64.5. I know North Carolina, like, their defense doesn't look particularly great week in and week out, but their offense is very consistently putting up points. And after Pitt, they have Virginia. They play at Wake Forest. That's going to be the key one. And then they have Georgia Tech and NC State at home. So NC State's not going to be easy, but Georgia Tech, Virginia should be easy wins. I think they win this one. If they can win one of the two of the Wake Forest and NC State games, they might find themselves in the ACC championship game. And who knows from there?
Yeah, and I'm with you. Give me UNC with the points all day long. Give me the over 64.5. Do all of that. I think, honest to God, people saw Kenny Pickett last year. They saw him go high in the draft, and they're like, oh, Pitt's a program. Pitt was a program when Kenny Pickett was there. He is no longer the quarterback. Let's start to remember that. They're not that good. Give me UNC.
Well, bigger than that, they lost Addison, who was won the Bolitnikoff Award last year for best receiver in the country, and then transferred to USC, and so they lost the best receiver in the country, a guy who was probably NFL ready, was projected as a second or third round draft pick, and decided he wanted to go for one more year of college to hopefully make himself a first round draft pick. Power to him.
Yeah,
free schooling, go get it. Get your bag.
Get your bag.
But yeah, Pitt is not what they were last year.
Not even close, and not going to come close in this game. Noah, let's wrap it up so we can talk some NFL in the next episode. You got anything else to say regarding Week 8 of college football?
Hey, man, Arizona homecoming, bear down, good Cats, which I wish I could be there. Let's make it 2 in a row homecoming victories,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bear down, go Cats. Give me Arizona money line. That's your degenerate pick of the weekend. We love.
Hey,
Gronk
is going to be an honorary captain this weekend. Just saying.
U of A money line. U
The
of
best
A
tight-
money line.
The
U
best tight
of
end the
A
NFL's never seen.
money line. Plus
Best tight
500.
end.
3% of the public's on it. U of A money line.
Fuck yeah.
With that being said, bear down, go Cats. Happy homecoming. Thank you for listening and watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel so we can quit our day jobs and do this full time. Also, hit the link tree in the description down below. Check out our merch. Check out our links to all of our socials and everything like that. If you want to reach out, give us a shout out. We'd love that. And hey, in the comments, let's see what the best lock you got is. And hey, what do you say? Best lock wins free shirt?
Sure.
Yeah, if your lock hits and it's plus money, the highest plus money lock that hits, win some
like
free
that.
merch. Yeah, it's got to be.
that.
I mean, we're not going to take, Tennessee minus 1,100 and then give that guy a shirt. You got to give me a good pick.
I would say maybe minus 115 or better.
All right, fine. If you can give us a pick, minus 115 or better, that hits, we will put you in a drawing and we will give that person free merch. Sound good?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's fucking do
the
it.
damn thing.
Let's do the damn thing. With that being said, I've been the perfect one. That's the Money Train, Noah. And we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.